Yo, Jack from Magpie here, and today I'm going to be talking about Download Festival, and we're going to be predicting some bands that will be headlining for 2018. With an announcement coming in the coming weeks, we're going to be talking about some of the bands that might be headlining and be coming up with some predictions. Now, our first band we're going to be talking about are Metallica, metal legends in their own right. Their last album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, went down extremely well with fans, and it feels as if Andy Coppin would absolutely love them to come back. I think the last time they played was back in 2012 as well, so it has been quite a while, and I think they'll just walk straight into a headline slot, and I think it'll just go down a treat with all metal fans. We've got a UK tour happening in 2017, but they've got nothing booked over in the UK for 2018, so it seems like a nice fit. It's going to be a while since they have been back, so I feel as if playing at Download sort of, hallowed grounds, and obviously Metallica are metal legends in their own right, as I said. Rock and metal fans have been wanting this band to play for years and years and years, and they've still not played. Rock legends, the Foo Fighters. They've recently released an album, and after Sonic Highways, this is much better effort. Concrete and Gold has some big tracks, and they could walk into any headline slot, any festival. Obviously, they played Glastonbury, they played Red and Leeds, they played Tea in the Park, they played here, they played there, but they haven't played Download, and I just don't know why. I don't know if the band don't want to play it, or whether Andy Coppin hasn't tried to get them, or something along those lines, but it just seems a weird mismatch that hasn't happened already. But I feel as if this would be a great year to do it. However, bad news, they have announced a UK tour around the same time as Download, and when that usually happens, when they announce a tour and not the festival headline slot, then it usually doesn't happen. I feel as if it's been a few years since they haven't played Red and Leeds, and I feel as if that's going to be well more suited to them and later on in the summer after their little UK run, and then back at Red and Leeds rather than playing Download Festival. Moving on to our final headline prediction, I feel as if Avenged Sevenfold might be making a return back to Donington. The latest album, The Stage, has gone down pretty well with fans, and I feel as if Andy Coppin has latched onto that. He has said that if Avenged were going to return to Download, they were going to return as headliners, amongst criticism from some fans who I don't find true, because the last time they played was absolutely amazing. As a first headliner slot at Download, they absolutely smashed it, and that was on the back of their last album. And it feels as if the production that they bring as well is huge. And, pyro going around, big screens, big stage. Again, they have nothing announced in the UK for around Download Festival, so this is definitely a possibility that this could happen. And, Avenged Sevenfold, Foo Fighters and Metallica, that'll be a great lineup. Although I think we are missing a vintage, a classic rock act, which could come in the form of someone like Kiss, Van Halen maybe, Bon Jovi. Those two bands have never played. And there's been a lot of rumours that Download have took this plunge into the newer scene of things, with last year announcing Biffy Clyro playing. They smashed it in my opinion, but I don't think the hardcore, the hardcore fan base that Download have didn't really latch on to them as much as they would if someone like Five Finger Death Punch, who definitely had one of the biggest crowds of the weekend, bigger than Biffy Clyro's headline slot. But if they were going to keep in that direction, you could see someone like Enter Shikari playing, who are playing arenas now and selling out pretty well, and they've played multiple second headline slots. So where's the next step for them? Do they keep playing second stage, or they finally get the push towards a headline slot? And that's what I was saying about Biffy Clyro, having that smaller crowd that didn't think they'd bring in as much of a crowd as they thought they would. You look at other bands and they see that headline slot and they see those crowd sizes and think, do they really want to play? The likes of Blink-182, Paramore, Green Day, they've all been mentioned in the list before, but this time, they've kind of took the plunge, and Download haven't responded to them. So what incentive is there for bands to go play there? But then you have other smaller bands who played Download multiple times, have had great turnouts. You think of Bring Me the Horizon, you think of Day to Remember. They are sort of the new age of Download, that heavier side of things as well. And you think, well, why can't they headline now as well? We've mentioned this a few times on our channel before, but there is an ice age coming. These older bands aren't going to be able to play for much longer, and then as soon as they're gone, they're gone. I mean, even the likes of, sorry to say, but Linkin Park, the likes of Aerosmith, Black Sabbath, they're already gone. And if the newer bands aren't coming through, I mean, the only ones that you can pick out who have been a successful headliner in recent times is probably Slipknot and Avenged Sevenfold. And if they aren't blooding the new bands, starting to change the direction of the festival, or bringing up the new bands through the bills, then who's going to be at the top in 5-10 years time? And finally, my rogue pick is going to be Guns N' Roses. Axl Rose has returned with Axl DC, and they played a couple of shows with Guns N' Roses, but they haven't announced anything major for the UK. They played a couple of shows, but that's about it. Guns N' Roses would be an absolute welcome return, and I think it would go down great. And if it was going to be one of those older bands, then Guns N' Roses is definitely up there. So those have been our predictions for Download Festival 2018. Let us know in the comments who you think. Are they going to book some big bands, some nice new bands, or book some same old shitty bands again? And if you want to keep up to date with the latest Download news, then make sure you drop us a like on Facebook and Twitter, where we'll be posting updates all the time. And then Instagram as well, we've got our links in the description for that. We've also got our link to our WordPress, where we upload blogs weekly on there, so make sure you keep up to date with that. I've been Jack, and we'll see you at Download!